That's a good point. This is an extremely safe neighborhood. This is a very unusual incident, and I'm sure none of us wish we were here at this point today.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is why I train in martial arts.
This neighborhood, Logan Circle, is considered one of the safest neighborhoods in Washington, D.C.
It's the slaying, shocking America. Wendy Martinez got engaged just a week ago.
We are heartbroken.
Her friends spoke out today near the spot where she was stabbed to death while jogging in D.C.
Wendy should have been shopping for her wedding dress on Friday.
The accused killer was caught on surveillance video. He was arrested last night and identified as 23-year-old Anthony Crawford.
It looks like it was an unprovoked attack.
This is Wendy Martinez jogging minutes before she was stabbed in the neck. Another surveillance camera captured the horrifying moment she staggered into a Chinese takeout restaurant in collapse. Some customers fled in panic, not realizing what was going on. But soon the restaurant was filled with good Samaritans trying desperately to stop the bleeding. Unfortunately, she was beyond help. Slaying is also hitting home to TV anchors who used to live in D.C.
I used to live in the area, so I try to run with friends because it really does feel scary to run by yourself.
Well, as somebody that lives in the DC area, I can tell you that Logan Circle usually to me seems like a safe area. Unless you're going out there in the truly wee hours of the night, I really would not expect somebody in this day and age to get stabbed in Logan Circle. But if you want to talk about this is why I train in martial arts, definitely being trained in martial arts will protect you while you're jogging alone. Now, you may think that this would not affect me at all and that I'm just speaking out of something that doesn't relate to me. That is not true. Let's see. Someone has tried to, over the years, over the course of my life, someone has tried to kidnap me when I was walking alone. And I had a stick. The guy still tried to kidnap me. Yes, me. What else? Someone tried to kidnap me when I was walking alone. Someone tried to assault me while I was jogging alone. And I was jogging in the middle of the day in a very well-lit area where no one in their right mind would try to do anything because too many people would see it. And that was just it. He was not in his right mind. He was even in front of people that he knew, and he still tried to assault me. And after that, once I avoided that area, I'm jogging, and then someone runs to me because someone is trying to kidnap him. He was a teenager, and someone was trying to kidnap him. And when the kidnapper saw me, he ran off. So I jogged that boy over to police. I don't even know why that attacker tried to snatch that boy then, because that was a very, very, very busy road, a place where you would think that no one would try to grab anyone. But what did he do? He waited for that 1 to 2 minute window when it does kind of get quiet on that road when I think about it, and decide to try to snatch a young man, a teenager, walking by himself. So the only thing I have come up with as a surefire way of you not to be attacked while you're jogging is I just stopped jogging outside. I got a treadmill and I walk and I jog on that, even though I don't look like it. That's what I do. I pretty much recommend people just don't even jog outside, for real, seriously. Don't even jog outside unless you are at like the county track, like they have a lot of places in PG County where it's at a high school or maybe at a local college where everybody is there and you can run around the track. That's the only running outside I would recommend for people. Now, I'm saying this as to not victim blame. I'm just telling you the straight up truth, because I figure if somebody would try to do something to me as big and strong looking as I am, even when I was a teenager, I looked pretty menacing. But they don't care. They don't care. If somebody wants to do harm, they wouldn't care if you look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. If they think they can snatch you or hurt you, they will try to do it. And again, if they're not in their right mind, they're probably going to come after you. So since this is a martial arts themed channel, I will tell you that yes, martial arts can save you. In terms of me, what stopped the first kidnapping attempt Well, it was one kidnapping attempt. I had a stick in my hand. I threw rocks at the guy. He still did not back off. When I went into a fighting taekwondo stance, that's when he stopped. And he got really, really scared and terrified. And that's when he backed up. Okay? In terms of the person that was trying to assault me, trying to box me, I just stopped. There was a big stick near me. I mean, like a big piece of wood. So I stopped. I crossed my arms like this. I looked at the board. I looked at him. I looked at the board. I looked at him. And I looked at the board. I looked at him. I looked at the board. I looked at him. And he got the idea that I was going to get to that board before him, which I would have. And if he got to it before me, I just would have just rained down a flurry of punches on the side of his head. But I know that you don't believe, you trolling, doubting people on the internet. So I'm going to give my tips about how or what you can do if somebody's coming after you that will work for lay people. And then there are some tips from people that you probably consider to be more authoritative than me for various reasons that I'm not going to go into. But in addition to the advice that I'm also going to fair use in this video, one thing you should remember when you're walking or jogging, if you're walking or jogging and you hear dragging footsteps, like it sounds like shh, 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 like they're matching your pace, they're trying to do something to you. Turn around. That's how I used to avoid the knockout game. I feel like it sounds like a shh, 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 dragging footsteps up behind you. That's a knockout game. If you're walking and you see that there's something in your peripheral vision, you recognize your own pace, and if there's somebody coming behind you that is matching your pace, they're trying to do something to you. Even if they're just trying to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, remember me from college? They're still trying to come and make contact with you. Turn around. And when you turn around, don't turn straight around. Turn off the line that they're coming at a 45-degree angle and face and get an assessment. If it looks dangerous, then you can run. If you can't run, then you can fight. So those are two big hints. In addition to try not to jog with anything in your ears or anything like a hoodie covering your head, because you won't have your peripheral vision if you've got a hoodie on. So those are my tips that lay people can use. Oh, also, I'm just going to say this. You hit hard parts of their body with soft parts of yours, and soft parts of their body with hard parts of yours. Now let's get into more tips from people that you trolls will be more inclined to believe. This is why I train in martial arts.
Inside Edition security expert Steve Cardian told producer Allison Hall it's possible to spot a potential attacker before he strikes by looking for pre-indications.
Pay attention to your surroundings. Look for things that don't look normal, anomalies, if you will. Somebody that's watching you, somebody that's walking toward you, somebody that's maybe intercepting your path. When you see that, run the other way. Use the sneaker defense. Run the other way. Go to people, be with people, but get away from him.
Wendy's friends say the slain tech company executive believed she was safe in the neighborhood where she lived.
This is why I train in martial arts.
This woman survived. 36-year-old Kelly Heron was running in a Seattle park when she stopped to use a public bathroom.
As I was drying my hands, I became aware that something was wrong.
That's when police say this man, a 40-year-old sex offender, assaulted her. Heron says self-defense lessons saved her life.
I learned to put hard bones in soft, fleshy places. So I just started beating the side of his head with the side of my hand.
If you are going to be out jogging, I think you should invest in two things. You may want to invest in concealed carry if they have that in your state. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, and even if you do feel comfortable with that, please invest in some martial arts classes. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. May God be with Wendy Martinez and all those who love and care about her. And peace.